I've got some really exciting news. So, ever since 2018, when I thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail and had the absolute time of my life, I have been dreaming about another big adventure. I've wanted to do another one of the long trails of the world, but life gets in the way. It's hard to take 6 months off of work and off of life, right? It's hard to find the money and the time to do it. But after dreaming about it for the last 7 years, I am extremely excited to share that this year I'm going to be hiking the Pacific Crest Trail from Mexico to Canada. If you're unfamiliar with the Pacific Crest Trail, it's a 2,650-mile trail that goes from the border of Mexico in California up to the border of Canada in Washington. Here's a map from the Far Out app to help you visualize. It was made famous by the book and movie Wild, and during the trail you visit a bunch of national parks and national forests. It's supposed to be one of the most beautiful trails in the entire world. I've really been exploring my options for the last few years, and for a while I thought that the Continental Divide Trail might be my next thru hike. After the AT, I've gone on to do a bunch of shorter trails, including the Colorado Trail, the John Muir Trail, the Foothills Trail, the Wonderland Trail, the O Circuit in Patagonia, the Manaslu Circuit in Nepal, and a bunch of other shorter ones. And I really loved the Colorado Trail. And I'm a Colorado gal. I moved here in 2019. I was born and raised on the East Coast, but the mountains were calling and I followed them here to Colorado, and I've never regretted it for a second. I absolutely love it here, and the wilderness is incredible. I have trails in my backyard that people come from all over the world to see. So I thought, maybe the Continental Divide Trail would be next. But I've really gone back and forth a lot over the last few years on what it would be. I feel like I've looked a lot into what Triple Crowners say was their favorite trail. And while I have seen some different things, people just generally overall say the Pacific Crest Trail is absolutely amazing. A little bit about me, if you're new here, my name's Audrey. I live in Boulder, Colorado. I'm a hiking and backpacking enthusiast. I also love to ski, paddleboard, do yoga, climb, read, all the classic Colorado outdoorsy things. I grew up in rural Western New York, and I've always been really into the outdoors. I also love to travel, and I've lived in several different places around the United States and around the world. My favorite stint abroad was probably a study abroad program in Madagascar when I was in college. I lived in a tent at a research station in a rainforest, and I would chase lemurs around the rainforest all day. It was incredible. I don't have any pets, but I am a big animal lover, and I'm a dog sitter on the side. It's how I pay for most of my traveling. I've essentially been saving up since my last thru hike in 2018 so that when the timing felt right, I could go. And here we are. Unlike what many people on the internet think, I'm not independently wealthy, unfortunately. So I have done a lot of different things in order to save up during these years that I've been dreaming of this adventure. So if you guys are interested, let me know, and I can make a video on the methods that I've used to save up. There's another reason why I picked the PCT, but I can't quite share what it is yet. I will be taking a side adventure while I'm out there, and that side adventure is going to help me fund this trip a little bit. I'll share that when I can. I've actually been waiting to share this video in hopes that I could tell you everything all at once, but there's been a little bit of a delay on the announcement of that other thing, so I will come back and tell you when I can. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be cryptic. Other things that made this journey possible for me this year. Well, I've been saving for a long time, so I'm confident in my ability to take 6 months off work and be okay. Though of course help is always appreciated, and there are ways to support my hike down in the show notes.
One of those ways is to pick up a copy of my Appalachian Trail memoir on Amazon.
I'm really lucky in that I have an amazing job which has agreed to let me take a leave of absence and come back as long as the funding is still there when I'm done. So that gives me a lot of peace of mind that I won't have to be looking for another job when I come back. That was a huge stressor for me when I finished the AT, and I think it's something that scared me off from doing a big through hike sooner, is just not wanting to have to search the job market and find a new position. So I am just eternally grateful to my organization for allowing me to take this leave of absence. This isn't something that people have ever done there before, so this was brand new, and I just am extremely, extremely grateful for the support that they've given me. And finally, I'm still renting. I don't own my own place. So it's a little bit easier to just say peace out, put my stuff in storage, and get on the road. Anyway, I'll be starting my hike in April. I'm planning to share my journey here on Instagram and on TikTok. In advance of my hike, I'll try to share some information on what gear I'm bringing, what food I'm starting with, what I'm doing to train, etc. So if you want to come along on my journey, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Audrey Adventures, and go find me on Instagram at AudiePayne. I can't wait to share this great adventure with all of you. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon.